Hey guys, so I'm giving my turtles a little upgrade. So we got a 300-gallon stock tank, and I bought some plastic pallets because we're gonna give them a little waterfall and all. And we're gonna use one of our stock tank as a filtering tank itself. So this is the 300-gallon stock tank sitting on a plastic pallet, and I chose plastic because every so often we're gonna have to drain the stock tank, and wood will rot. Anyways, there's going to be a 150-gallon stock tank on here that's going to pour water into the 300-gallon stock tank. And then right here, we're going to use a 100-gallon stock tank that's going to be the filtering tank with lava rock and some other media and plants. That's going to clean the water, fall into 150-gallon, fall into 300-gallon. And then we're going to fill it with a bunch of little cool stuff. And I got my missus here. Hey.
Hi.
So let's see how it comes out. Here we go. So I have a little motor, pump out water motor from Harbor Freight that goes on into a 1.5 PVC pipe. Comes out that way, flows all through here into the stock 100-gallon stock tank. That's going to be the filtering tank. And I put all the big rocks in the bottom and starting to put the lava rock on top, and I'm cleaning the lava rock very well so I have as little dirty water as possible. The water is going to flow into the bottom of the tank, and they're going to flow up, and then it's going to overflow into the 150-gallon tank right there, and then into the 300-gallon tank right here. Here we're cleaning the lava rocks to try to get all the red out of it. And I am using a 7-gallon pot from plants that I've bought in the past because they're very well draining the bottom and the water comes right out, making it a perfect cleaning bucket for these rocks. It's working, guys. It's working. There you go. I just got to tie that a little bit more, and that's that. But yeah. Here you can see the water elevating from the bottom to the top of the tank. This is going to help run the dirty water from the bottom of this tank through the boulders, all through the lava rock, and right out of this bulkhead into the next tank below. Now, when I did this, I realized that the middle tank, the bulkhead, I did it a little bit too high up. So next thing I did was to move it down a bit more so the water in the middle tank wouldn't overflow from the top of the tank. We're wrapping up the boxes, the nesting boxes for the turtles. So let me show you what we're doing. So we built a frame on half of the box of 2x4 so it could have some support when we put the sand and the soil. And right here we're gonna put 4x4 as for legs, and this side right here, over here, this side right here. So pretty much the legs are gonna go here, 4x4, right in here, and this part is gonna rest on the stock tank. And we're gonna screw it so it could be sturdy, okay? There are the screws, and now when I put it on the stock tank, I'm gonna open a little hole there, so if it rains or anything, the water could actually drain through it, you see? And we're gonna put another hole, draining hole, right here. All right, guys, so you might wonder, why did I put this net? Besides the fact that it helps leaves from falling into the tank. During the rainy season, which is starting now, summer, here in South Florida, what I do is that I extend this black net, I remove the mangroves, and I cover the whole tank. I tangle it right here into these nails, and it helps keep the tank completely sealed in case the tank's overflood. If it overfloods on me, the turtles will stay in. The net would actually help them keep them in, you know. But that's why I put the nets there. Yeah, I could always remove them, and it looks a lot nicer cosmetically, but doesn't hurt to have it. I also again put the nets on the 2 nesting boxes over there. Now, as you guys see previously, that bulkhead, that PVC draining into the 300 gallon tank, I had it right there on top initially. It was a little bit too high up, and I got a little worried that the side neck, the pink belly side necks, might get a little too close to the edge there. So I brought it down and straight into the 300 gallon tank. So that 150 flows right into the 300, and the bulkhead is a little bit lower, keeping the water level a little more away from the edge of the tank there. Just perfect for the side necks. Right, folks, there you have it. Do it yourself. Oh, and the clips right here, I just use them during rainy season in case, you know, just to make sure this is really tight. I clip it around, you know, just keep the net nice and tight along with the nails. That's what I got the clips there for. Hey everyone, so our turtle habitat is completely finished. It came out great. Look at this right here. Looks beautiful, came out great, very excited. Let me show you what it looks like, the final product. Here it is, guys. Our turtle habitat. We got the nesting boxes right there. I ended up putting a little net on top to protect it against any predators or even the chance of the turtles coming out, just to be safe. I just tangle it into these nails right here, and that's that. But we got some mangroves, some black mangroves in there. Pretty neat. We got their little ramp with a little texture so they could get some grip onto the little nesting box right there. So something that I'm doing here, this is the filtering tank with lava rocks and big boulders in the bottom. So I'm putting little papyrus flowers, which this is pretty much the seed itself. From this, I will get another papyrus plant, you know. So on top of the lava rock, we're gonna have some papyrus, which is a, you know, semi-aquatic plants, and it's gonna help filtering even more, you know. So filtering tank goes into a 150 gallon tank right here, where we have our side neck right there. Side neck, pink belly side neck turtles. That will drain out into 300 gallon tank, where we have the albino belly sliders. And all the plants, all the stack tanks have mangroves in it, which also help with the filtration. Additionally, guys, look how clean the water is. You could see bottom. That's actually the bottom. Not murky whatsoever. Very clean water. And I've had this running for the last 3 weeks. Yet the water is very clean. Look at that. That's the filtering pump right there. Excuse me, that's the water pump right there. And the water is very, very clean. Clean water. Not murky whatsoever. Okay. I mean, it's so clean that that's a cinder block all the way in the bottom, holding together, or mangroves, black mangroves. So yeah, I'm just going to add a few more rocks so they could bask and work their way up to the nesting box. The water pumps the water out through this PVC pipe right here, right there, boom, boom. And I got the valve where I want it, so it doesn't come out with a lot of pressure. If you don't put a valve, that pump is just going to pump a bunch of water out, and you won't have control over it. You will possibly overflood your tank. Okay, so this comes around the PVC behind the 150 gallon tank into a 100 gallon tank with the filtering boulders and lava rock, and the water will elevate to the surface, spilling out onto the tanks. And repeat itself again. Pretty cool, huh? Really excited about this. Alright guys, we're just gonna add some little plants so it could look cosmetically nice. Plants on the outside for the landscaping. And the best part, guys, if you're gonna use any type of pallets, use plastic pallets. These pallets were like $10 each. Not bad at all. And they could hold thousands of pounds. Alright guys, that's all for now. I hope you enjoy it. Any questions, feel free to ask away in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. You really motivate us to put things together like this for you guys. You know, it's part of our adventures here. Right behind me, we got the little jumbo. Next video is going to be some adventures on the jumbo off the Everglades. All right.